Hello everyone, welcome back to Military Analysis Channel. Armies are considered an essential part of a country and its security. Every year, a large fortune is allocated out of the budget for fighting battles. Countries take special initiatives to strengthen themselves militarily. If we compare the armies of the different nations to gauge the countries with the strongest army, it would probably not be possible to do so hypothetically. However, without leading to a bloodbath, we can have a fair idea about the military strengths of countries by taking into account the arsenal in their possession, advanced technologies implemented, training, power, number of allies, and the size of the army, as well as the budget allocated. Let's look at the ranking of top countries with the strongest armies in the world. The United Kingdom. The United Kingdom also plans to reduce the size of the armed forces by 20% between 2010 and 2018 and apply more minor cuts to the Royal Navy and Royal Air Force. The defence budget of the UK currently stands at £54 billion. It has a regular force of only about 205,000, a small air force of 908 aircraft, and an even smaller navy of 66 ships. However, the Army of the UK is still powerful, with its superior training, equipment, and 160 nuclear weapons being the main strengths. The Royal Navy is planning to put to service HMS Queen Elizabeth. The aircraft carrier is designed to carry 40 F-35B Joint Strike Fighters worldwide. India. India has used its massive population and built an army of a sizable 3.5 million, including 1.325 million active military. The massive size of the Indian Army is one of the reasons why it has always remained among the countries with the strongest armies in the world. The man force of the army is complemented by almost 16,000 land vehicles, including 3,500 tanks and 1,785 aircraft, alongside nuclear weapons. Its ballistic missiles can hit all of Pakistan or most of China. Its current defense budget stands at $61 billion, but it is expected to rise in a drive to modernize its military power and become the fourth highest spender by 2020. It is also the world's largest military goods importer. China. China's defense budget officially stands at $237 billion, and in a relentless drive to invest massively in defense, there is likely to be an increase in funding by 12.2%. It has a formidable army with 2.285 million active frontline personnel and a further 2.3 million reservists, making it the world's largest land force, along with nearly 25,000 land vehicles. It has another 2,800 aircraft in its air force. China has about 300 nuclear weapons, alongside 180 different deployment methods. China recently acquired sensitive information about the new F-35 and is noted for successfully stealing sensitive military technology. It is rightly among the top 3 strongest armies. Russia. Russia's defense budget stands at $48 billion and is expected to grow 44% more in the next 3 years. The military spending of the Kremlin has increased by about a third since 2008, especially since Vladimir Putin took hold of Russia in 2000. The Russian army has shown substantial growth since the collapse of the Soviet Union 2 decades ago. It has 766,000 active frontline personnel and almost 2.5 million on the reserve force. though the soldiers receive mediocre training. The man force is backed by 15,500 tanks, making Russia the largest tank force in the world, though it is aging. Like the other equipment, the country is the world's leader, with almost 8,500 active nuclear warheads. The United States. The United States spends a whopping $750 billion on the military, more than the other 9 countries' budgets combined. It maintains a vast army of over 1.4 million soldiers and 800,000 reservists to complement the active ground force, comprising well-trained men and women in uniforms. Its biggest advantage is that it is the world leader in aircraft production, with a fleet of 19 aircraft carriers, while the carriers operated by the world together sums up to 12. The US implements cutting-edge technology like the Navy's new railgun, and the country has also 7,500 nuclear warheads at its disposal. No wonder it has been the #1 military power since World War II. Thus, the defense budget, manpower, Air Force, Navy, etc., together help to determine the most powerful military forces in the world. The countries with the strongest armies are the nations that are considered the biggest threats to global security. And these are the nations that have become heavyweights in international affairs. While the US has projected a formidable military force for a long time, Russia has risen well, and China, too, a force to reckon with. These countries clinch the top 3 positions. The strategies of other countries may gradually make them recognizable forces in the world in the not-so-distant future.